One of the side effects of being vegan or going vegan or becoming vegan interested is developing a bit more eco awareness, being a bit more environmentally friendly. Again, if you look at lots of the vegan stuff, it's all about like meat causes 1 billion tons of gas and water and all that stuff. So, when you become vegan or you're getting into it, you'll learn more about the how to be more ecological. And from a vegan's point of view, we see the biggest way to be environmentally friendly is if you stop eating meat, you save the planet effectively, uh, and you feel like you're doing a very good thing. What a lot of vegans find infuriating and annoying is that when you have companies such as McDonald's that are promoting themselves by claiming their new environmentally friendly policies by banning plastic straws, and yet at the same time you're kind of going, hold on, have you not kind of completely deforested half of Brazil to get enough soy to feed to your cattle in America? And have you not also, what was it, because of their fillet o fish or fish fillet or whatever it is that they have at McDonald's, they completely eradicated a species of fish off a certain area off the north, south, east, west coast of America. Again, if you look up, there's a book I've got that has details about it. But yeah, just because of how many fish the McDonald's needs, it's just kind of it's killed off species. That's just one restaurant. You're like, oh yeah, well done. You're banning plastic straws. Woohoo! Save the planet. No, how about you just don't fish 1 billion fish out of the sea every year? That might be a better effect. Or all the plastic that's dropped in the sea from your fishing boats is far more worse than that. Anyway, I'm going off. Well, I'm not going off topic, but I'm rambling. So in the UK, the McDonald's was like, "Hey, we're eco-friendly. We're now going to use paper straws." So everyone's like, "Woohoo! Wow! I've got this giant jug of cow's milkshake here, which is made with 1 billion cow farts, which is killing the ozone layer and all that kind of stuff. But it's okay because I now have a paper straw instead of a plastic one. So eco, oh yeah." Problem is, they found out that the plastic straws that they were using before, they could be recycled. The new paper straws can't. It's like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, the paper straws, because of the wax that they're embedded with or something, no, they can't be recycled. They just have to be put in the normal bins and just burnt. You're just like, ah. And it's not just McDonald's. I don't mean to pick on McDonald's for this, but it's just like there's a lot of companies out there that are promoting these minuscule things that they're doing and trying to promote themselves as being, oh, we're so eco-friendly. Meanwhile, they're like burning. What's the one that says orangutans? You know, ones that use all this like palm oil everywhere. And like burning down forests and all that stuff. It's like, yeah, but we're now using recyclable rubber on our cars, tires. Yeah. And you're like, yeah, but you just burnt down 10 acres of forest in the last 10 minutes. And the thing about this is that companies doing this give themselves a good look. Hey, eco now. And people get to ignore the fact that beef and milk and cheese are all disastrous for your health, but also disastrous for the environment. But what the first thing it brought me to attention was like in the olden days, back in 2000 and no, back in the war, back in World War II, as meaning. Certainly in the UK, there was a massive push for people to recycle their scrap metal to help win the war. If you give us your scrap metal, we can recycle that into bullets and guns and tanks. And it got to the point, certainly in the UK, where it wasn't a case of recycle. We've got a disused car, let's give it to the army and help the forces. It got to the point where people were actively going out and cutting down metal railings that would have surrounded a play park. Or they would have been taking metal chimneys and stuff. And there's a good video here not video, good Mashable, and it's actually showing pictures like, yeah, people are actively going out with their kids to rip railings off, and you see this around Edinburgh. There's a lot of places in Edinburgh where there's just all little stumps of railing. You're like, woo, cut down the railing. Why did they do that? And there's lots of places in Edinburgh where they're rebuilding the railings again. But it was in the case that they were cutting them down to give to the war effort. But it was all fake. It was all a lie. Almost none of it was actually used to build tanks and all that kind of stuff. So there's more chat about it online. But yeah, effectively it's just saying here that ultimately the effect of these scrap metal drives on actual war production was marginal at best. The true value was in galvanizing citizen morale. And that's what McDonald's is doing with their paper straws. It's not actually trying to do anything good or change anything. It's just making people feel a bit better for having their pint of milk going in there. Romesh, he had a video here where he's like interviewing people and he's like, do you all think we should recycle or ban plastic straws? And they're all like, yes, we all believe it. There's like one guy here, Lord Dave. He says, no, what's the deal with the straws?
Surprise, guys, for that?
And everyone's all in the bandwagon. Everyone's like, yeah, ban plastic straws. Yeah, because they're the worst. But in the end, I'm in a kind of situation where plastic straws aren't what are killing the environment. They're not the ones which are killing the sea. The fishing nets and the fishing, the dredging of the seabed, that's far more of a danger to life going on there. And I just kind of feel that maybe we should stop supporting governments on these minuscule efforts. Oh yeah, ban straws. Well done, government. You're great. Because they have, as a marginal to no effect, but it makes everyone feel great. There was also another, there's another kind of expose of UK recycling documentary. They said that we used to do loads of recycling, and now it all gets just sent over to Dubai or something. Where is it? Yeah. Recycling, the harsh truth of recycling. Let's see. Yeah, so all their plastic recycling that were like, oh yeah, it's recycling, is now getting dumped in Malaysia in open landfills like this. So yeah, again, like, hey, I'm recycling. You're like, it does nothing. It just puts it somewhere else. It's a complete waste of time. So I just keep thinking that there has to be a business opportunity somewhere. There has to be somebody that can make serious cash out of all this rubbish. Some of the richest people I've met in my life have not been the most high-flying business. They're like, hey, I'm a super lawyer. Wow, I'm a movie star. That's like, one of the richest people I knew is a man that owned a laundry company. And I was like, well, so you do? You just wash other people's clothes? Like, yeah, but then I started doing it for the hotels. And then I started doing it for all the hotels. And now I do it for 58 hotels throughout the UK, and I make £1 million a week. You're like, oh, wow, that's pretty good. There has to be some way where sending all our tons of plastic waste all the way to Malaysia to just be dumped, there has to be a way where somebody can make cash out of that over here. And there are other things that I could do, like you can burn our waste, not just our plastic, but just burn our rubbish. And again, the problem there is one of the ways of, again, if you type in what should we do with our recycling, some should be recycled, some can be burnt, but they're saying there's other ways of doing it. Instead of just burning it because it puts out lots of toxic chemicals, there's one where you turn it into a gas effectively, so there's no harmful chemicals, and the gas is then used to spin turbines. But they're saying the problem is with natural gas, the stuff that we get from our giant oil rigs out in the sea, that's so cheap that these recycling centres aren't profitable in any way. So I just wonder, is it a case of, hey, how about instead of giving McDonald's £1 billion for being brilliant for stopping plastic straws. How about we give £1 billion to the recycling plants so that they're not in a deficit for cleaning all our waste, or so that they don't become the most expensive rubbish tips in town because they're burning our stuff. Something where there is an incentive to be eco-friendly at the end point of our stuff. So burning it for heat, burning it into or melting it into gas. There's lots of different ways of doing it. I just think there has to be something that we can do there. So if I was winning the Euro Millions or the Euro Lottery, whatever it is, definitely finding out some way that you could just burn all our crap, because we're not running out of that. If you can throw in your wood, your paper, your plastic, your oil and all that kind of stuff, and just have it all burning away and providing effectively free fuel, that'd be a fantastic thing. And maybe it just has to wait until the cost of natural gas goes up before it's actually any good. What I would say is there was a person that I knew of in the Highlands of Scotland who possibly had the most eco... What was it? Was it an ambulance? He had an ambulance that he used as his own van kind of thing. But it ran on chip fat. Possibly the most... It was disgusting. You could smell him a mile away. If there's probably something you can do with the exhaust to make it a bit better. But there's in BBC News, there is companies which... like this guy was just literally going around the fish and chips shops and saying, instead of pouring your chip fat oil or your boiling oil or whatever it is that you use, instead of pouring that down the drain, which clogs up the drains and all that stuff, give it to me and I'll drive my van on it. His van did stink of like fish and chips whenever we went. Even within 10 miles of wherever you lived, you can be like, oh yeah, there he is, he's driving past. But I don't know if this was the exact guy that we knew of up in the Highlands. But yeah, there are people that can do this. And that's an eco way. Brilliant, you can get free fuel. In fact, the company was just kind of going, brilliant, come round, we've got gallons of oil which we need to dispose of. Can you just take it? And that saves us money and he gets free fuel. He was a smart guy. He was able to recycle it, and there was a process of making it actually any good. But I'll put links to all this down below. But yeah, I think as somebody who is environmentally conscious, I almost scoff at the proposals of banning plastic straws and replacing them with non-recyclable paper straws. I scoff at them not because I'm anti-environmentalist, but because of how ineffective and how minuscule these efforts are, and how distracting they are to the overall and greater requirements which are needed for environmental positivity, environmental change, something like that. So yeah, there you go. Start filling up your cars with chip fat and start burning. Just burn your rubbish. Just burn it. Better than it going to Malaysia. There's my thoughts. Thanks. Bye bye.